more work on this one. Next up, we got Aggie. I know Aggie Cowboy was here earlier. You want to read that one, or?
Yeah, so Aggie says, this is my second drawing following actual guidance from Crit Roll's Pub Draw 5 months ago. This is Calith, aiming for more realism, but lots of areas for improvement here. For the month or so before this, all I did was basic geometric figures with some shading. Not showing your first attempt was a plus. Bowen held me down and sucker punched me. Oh, Aggie. So this is Aggie's portrait.
Excuse me.
Why did I say bless you?
I don't know. Oh man, I'm like coughing up water right now.
Are you okay? Are you
I'm
choking?
Okay.
Do you need first aid?
I'm okay. I'm okay.
Okay. All right.
So this one right here was interesting. It's definitely kind of a obviously it's a portrait. It's sort of fantasy based, which I really dig.
Mm-hmm.
So
from my understanding, it's based off of a Critical Role character, right?
From that was the vibe I was getting right there. Okay. So the big thing for me is we did a red line on this one. Let me pull it up on stream real quick here. So if you're pushing for realism, you may want to actually grab a photo reference to kind of play up the more realistic approach, right? Mm-hmm. The more realistic proportions here. Shy Fox, what's up?
Hey, hi, Shy.
Why are you and Pam both dying? I don't know, man. Stay hydrated. I'm trying. I'm literally choking on water right now.
It's the water that's killing him, guys. It needs to be beer instead.
Can a mod talk to you on dying and maybe direct him to the right Discord, guys? So the big thing for me is if you're going to be emphasizing realism, which is kind of your statement of the portrait, mm-hmm. You want to probably go back in, maybe grab some reference and look for things in terms of proportion accuracy. You have a pretty strong foundation you're already working off of in this case, but some quick things like identifying like nose length. I think the nose was a touch long. The chin felt a touch long too. It is an elvish character, so it probably is going to be more prone to more like the triangular shapes and forms and more mm-hmm. like angular forms to it. But you probably still want to keep it a bit more feminine. So maybe kind of toning back like the pointiness of the chin and kind of rounding out some of the jaw features and bringing the jaw up a little bit too. Excuse me. Yeah, I think that's kind of the main thing. Just kind of identifying like those key things. Tracing like key elements. Like I have these little like plumb lines here too. Center of the eyeball straight down generally gets you to the corner of the mouth. So kind of getting like the right locations of eyes and iris in relation also to the size and width of the mouth, for example. Like these are things that you start to learn over time as you're doing portrait work, right? Mm-hmm. Or corner of the eyes, for example, here where the tear duct is. Generally speaking, straight line down gets you to the outer edge of the nostril. So those are just really quick things you can look at. So corner of the eye, straight down nostril. Corner of the eye, straight down nostril. Center of eye, straight down, corner of mouth. Just general proportion things that you can kind of look for. Some symmetries and stuff too. What else did you see on this one, Pam?
Part of making like a portrait more interesting is just adding movement. Right now the hair kind of just goes straight down, where you can always play it up a little bit and like, you know, add a few loose wispies here and there, or even just like having like, even if it's like very straight hair, like having it kind of blow out a little bit, you know, instead of just like having it more so going straight down. It's no. It's not awful, Aggie. It's not awful at all. It just this is just sort of a way to bring more life to it. You know, and it also kind of creates, like, think about someone. The best way that I can think of to describe this is like when you think about people in a movie and you see someone who has like, are you okay?
Yeah, my throat's just itchy. I'm okay.
Okay. Do you need to go get water?
No, I'm literally drinking water and choking on water.
Aww. Okay.
Like that's why I'm choking. Like I drank the water too fast, and like I'm kind of coughing right now because of it.
Aww.
And I've been drinking more water. Anyway, keep going.
Yeah, so you think about like character descriptions and stuff like that. Someone who has like extremely like tightly pulled back hair, like not a strand is out of place, and like they feel very kind of like static and like not there's not a lot going on there. Whereas you have a character who has like maybe like a strand like crossing over their forehead, or like the hair is like on one shoulder, and like you've got like little bits of it curling out and stuff, it suddenly makes them a little bit softer, a little bit more interesting. Even if they're like a badass character who's like a warrior, even like hair movement and stuff will like bring them to life in the actions that they do. Oh my god, abs.
Yeah, no, that's all really good insight. I think the key takeaway really is pull back some of the angular details. It's okay to kind of push it in some cases, but you probably want to have it a little more settled into the realistic approach, which means pushing back on some of the angular features, keeping it more in line with like a realistic render. The big thing too is with kind of going back to the hair topic Pam was talking about, the top of the head, the cranium, there actually is a lot more volume up there too. So the original drawing, it felt too flat. So yeah, just getting some more volume up top here. And getting some more like wispies and stuff, like, and some more movement going on with the piece, like Pam was talking about as well. The other key thing too is widening out the actual neck. I think is actually really important. So
yes, that'll definitely help a lot too.
But yeah, there's a lot you can do here. I think the overall sketch is pretty fucking rad. Yeah, just go run with this. I think I want to see some more kind of interesting ideas for the antler studies too. We did antlers. Creature Jam, which you might have missed, but yeah, go grab a like a deer photo reference and look at some really kind of like intricate horn and like antler designs, right? Kind of play with that too. But yeah,
Kester recognizes.
Is that Kelly from the? Yeah, oh, there you go. So Aggie, look at that. So Kester actually recognized the character, which means it's pretty damn good.
Yep.
Look at you. It was the antlers that sold it to me. Hell yeah. Well, there you go.
Water is James's weakness. Just when you guys see him in person, just throw water on him, okay? See if he melts.
Excuse me.
See if he
All
melts.
right. So hopefully that helps you out there, Aggie. Moving on, we got Abs in chat here. He says, from 2 years ago, I had to dig to find this since I didn't keep a lot of my older stuff. It's a secretary bird